Good morning, students. Today in this session we will read the remaining part of the Sound of Music part 1. We have already read up to paragraph number 5. Today we'll begin from paragraph number 6. So I hope you all are ready with your books and notebooks as well as your pens. So before beginning from paragraph number 6, let me remind you in a very short what we read in paragraph 1. We found Evelyn Glennie standing on the platform to catch her train to Royal Academy of Music in London. In second paragraph, we came to know how her parents came to know about her deafness, and in third paragraph we just read how she got interested in xylophone and how her teacher Ron Forbes just encouraged her to learn to play that musical instrument. And in paragraph number 4th, we read that she got admission in Royal Academy of Music in London, and she completed her 3 years course there, and she was given the top awards of the music academy while no during those 3 years. In paragraph number 5, we got to know the success, the secret behind her success in her life. She said that only hard work and the clear goal in mind kept her motivated during her journey, and she became the most sought after multi percussionist in the world. So let's begin from paragraph number 6. It's intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. Means the author had a discussion, the author had an interview with Evelyn Glennie, or we can say vice versa. Evelyn Glennie had an interview with the author, and they kept on talking for 2 hours, and Evelyn understood all the words spoken by the author because she could just interpret it so effortlessly without any much efforts. Although she couldn't hear, but she could understand by the lip movement of the author. So it is intriguing. Intriguing means fascinating and curious to know, to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. Means without hearing your voice, she would flawlessly understand what does you say, and she answers the questions without any much effort. She never missed a word, and she never misses any word that you speak out, that you want to ask from her. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. But although she also faces some troubles while understanding what people say to him, especially in the cases when the people have bushy means thick beards on their faces, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Scottish lilt means Scottish accent. So it is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face. Means if when she has to interpret what the other person standing in front of her saying, she has to look at the whole face of the person, because she reads the lip movement of the person. She watches what the eyes of the person expressing. So when people who has thick beard on her face, the lips are sometimes hidden under those bushy you can say beards. So it generally creates problem for her to understand what the other person is saying. She speaks flawlessly means without any mistake, with a Scottish accent. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. She's saying she could speak so clearly because up to 11 years old she could hear people speaking. That's why every word that she speaks out is very clear in tone. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. But nobody could tell how did she learn French without hearing the sound, any sound of French alphabets or Japanese. She knows these two more languages other than English and Scottish language. Paragraph number 7. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in my skin, my cheekbones, and in even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. In this complete paragraph number 7, it has been told how does she play music, right? How does she feel music? Let's explain it. It pours in, it means it here stands for the music. It here stands for the music. It pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in my skin. Tingles means causes a slight pricking or slight stinging sensation, means sensation. Tingles means it creates sensation in my skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against means by reclining against the drums, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. She could feel the sounds of music flowing through every part of her body. On a wooden platform, and while performing on a stage, the stage has to be specially set up for her. It should be a wooden stage. She has to stand on a wooden plank to perform a wooden platform, and she removes her shoes and stands there on that wooden platform so that the vibrations can pass through her bare feet and up her legs. So this is how she performs on the stage. Now let's move on to paragraph number 8. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights. Delights means makes her audiences happy. Audiences means the people who come to her shows, live shows, to hear her playing xylophone. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Soloist means the solo performer. She became so famous and she presented so many shows across the world that in 1991 the Royal Philharmonic Society gave her presented her with the prestigious Soloist Award of the Year 1991. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any one of us. This is why she expresses music so beautifully. We have already explained this expression in the beginning of the chapter. This is a very respectable comment from the master percussionist James Blades towards her, that she is an extraordinary person. She is an extraordinary talent in the world. Now move to paragraph number 9. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic is a person who finds it difficult to stop working, means who cannot sit idly throughout the day and do nothing. She has to work. She has so much habitual of working hard that she cannot just sit idly. I have just got to work often harder than classical musicians. I have just got to work. See the 3 dots here, everyone. What do these dots symbolize? Means somewhere her thought process has been interrupted. She is thoughtful about it. Thoughtful about what? About the hard work she had to do throughout the years of her success. Means she has become a little bit nostalgic. Nostalgic means she is remembering her past while talking to the author. And these are the some parts of her interview when she has been talking to the author, Deborah Cowley. And I have just got to work often harder than classical musicians. Why she had to work harder than classical musician? Because she was deaf and she had to practice harder to make it perfect. But the rewards are enormous. Means the hard work, the efforts I put in my music, those give me tremendous great awards. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. These are the two places where, as well as along with the stage, she performs in prisons and in hospitals, and that is free of cost. She doesn't charge anything for the shows there. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. She also takes the classes for young musicians to teach them how to play the instruments. Anne Richlin of Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund of Deaf Children says, she is the chairperson of Beethoven Fund of Deaf Children. She says she is here, Evelyn Glennie. She is the shining inspiration for deaf children. Means a person who's deaf and who could play more than 1,000 instruments with a great skill and can reach the height of her career. So she has become an inspiration for the children of their society. And they here stand for the children see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Let's change this sentence into a positive one. It becomes, when I change it in a positive sentence, I can make here you can see nowhere and cannot go. We have got here two negatives. How can we make it a positive sentence? It can be made like, there is everywhere that they can go. So it becomes a positive sentence. There is everywhere that they can go means she had become the inspiration for the deaf children, and the children when they see to Evelyn Glennie, they think that they can also achieve everything like Evelyn has achieved in her life. Last paragraph, Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished means achieved more than most people twice her age. Means she is just a quite young percussionist, and even the people twice to her age, double to her age, cannot achieve as she has achieved in her life. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving means heart touching. Earlier percussion instruments were not considered so important while playing the music on the stage, but because of her, people have started looking percussion as a very respectable job, and she has brought it in the front of the stage. Now people prefer to watch the music shows where percussion instruments are played. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped people, who look to her and say, look to her means look at her as an inspiration, as an example. If she can do it, I can. Means people get an inspiration from her and they think if she can do, she means a deaf person can do it, then we can also do it. Means all kinds of handicapped people, the people who have physical deformities or disabilities, she has become the example for those people, and now they look up to her as an example, for an inspiration, and they think if she can do, we can also do whatever we like. We can also become whatever we want to become in our lives. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Means, and not the least means she has given enormous means great pleasure to millions of people. Means the people who have attended her shows, they must be very happy by listening to those musical instruments or the music she plays on the stage. Now let's move to the question answer segment. Move to your question answer segment. Think here, thinking about the text. Answer these questions in few words or a couple of sentences in each. See, how was Evelyn and how old was Evelyn when she went to Royal Academy for Music? This the answer you'll get in first paragraph. I have mentioned all the paragraphs where you have to seek answers for. See, how to find out the answer and how to understand the questions first. That is very much important, because most of the times you people don't understand the question and just start writing the answers, and there you do the biggest mistake. You don't know what to answer, but you just start writing how old. So doing that, no, before writing the answers you must underline the keywords in every question. See here in first question, how old, this is the key phrase here. Means you have to tell the age of Evelyn when she went to Royal Academy of Music in London. Question number 2, when was her deafness first noticed? When was it confirmed? The keywords have been underlined here, so you'll have to seek out this information. When means the time the deafness first noticed and the time when it was confirmed. Segment number 2, who helped her to continue with music? Who means you have to find out the name of the person here. Who here stands for the person. You have to find out the name of the person. This is the keyword, underline it. And you have to do the same when you are reading a question. You just have to underline the keywords. Who is the keyword here. And what did he do and say? What means he must have done something, and what did he do and say? This you'll get in paragraph number 3. Name the various places and causes for which Evelyn performs. Name the various places means the name of the places you have to find out, and the causes and the reasons for which Evelyn performs. You will get the answer in paragraph number 9. And segment number 3, how does Evelyn hear music? Paragraph number 7, you'll get the answer of this question in paragraph 7. How means the manner. You just have to find out the manner. How does she perform? Remember, I mentioned in the beginning of the chapter 2 reading techniques, skimming and scanning. If you don't remember, just rewind that video once again and you'll find out. Scanning is what? When you are looking for very short answer type questions. You are here in question number 1. See again, in question number 1 you are looking for the age of Evelyn when she was going to Royal Academy of Music. So you just have to scan the paragraph 1 only, finding out the age in which line it is mentioned. You need not read the whole paragraph. Just go from beginning to end and find out the age. You will just definitely in 4 or 5 seconds you will get it. Then is, when was her deafness first noticed? You will have to find out these words while scanning. No, just looking at the paragraph number 2, you just have to find out these keywords, first noticed, and you'll get the age. And confirmed, then you have to find out this keyword in the paragraph, confirm or confirmation or confirmed. You can get any of these 3, and you just then can find out the age of the confirmation of her deafness, confirmed deafness from there. Here again in segment 2, who helped her to continue with the music? When while reading the paragraph, you don't have to read. When you have just to find out the name of the person, you need not read it. You just have to scan. Go to paragraph number 3. Just from beginning to ending, just scan for the name of the people there and underline those names quickly, and then find out who helped her to continue with music. Got it? Understood everyone? So this is how we scan the text, just looking at the text from beginning to end, right? You can do one more thing. You can if the paragraph is so lengthy or it is so broad, so you can put one hand on half of it and half you can scan quickly. Then you just pick up that hand from the remaining text, you put the other on the text you have already read, and then go through the remaining portion quickly from beginning to end. And this is how you can scan the text very quickly. And the questions which see, question number 2, name the various places and causes for which Evelyn performs. Various places and causes, you will have to get to know the names of places. You can scan the text for it very quickly, and the causes also, you will get the causes there. Scanning will help you, and skimming, where will skimming, when did he, what did he do and say. See here the highlighted portion of question number 1 of segment 2. What did he do and say in paragraph number 3? For this answer, because here it is a little bit lengthy, you have to just go through paragraph number 3. Similar is the case with this last question, how does Evelyn hear music? Here a lot of information has been sought for, so you have to just skim read paragraph number 7 and you have to get the answer. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Try to find out the answer of these questions and note down in your practice notebooks. We will shortly send you the answers of these questions. Thank you very much.